Do you know that there is one country on planet Earth that may appear inconsequential to some, but the people all over the world cannot just ignore this country and its very own people? It may sound self-serving to tell you about this country since this is where I was born, but there's so many things about this country worth sharing that I couldn't help doing it. I'll speak in the third person so World Eyes can break it down. What makes this country, the Philippines, the pearl of the Orient Seas, so unique in so many ways. So World Eyes, take it away. World Eyes brings you any educational knowledge or information around the globe, current or many years ago, that has historical or significant value. It is your eyes to the world. The Philippines is the 21st biggest country in Asia, about the size of Italy or slightly larger than Arizona in the United States. Made up of 7,641 islands, with a population of close to 114 million people, it is the 13th most populous country in the world. Called the pearl of the Orient Seas, due largely to its shape. But that is not where World Eyes is going. It is all about the country and the people's uniqueness. Let's take the case of Filipino nurses. It is the largest exporter of nurses worldwide, consistently supplying nurses to the United States and the Gulf states. No less than 19,000 nurses migrate annually to more developed countries. Today, there are about 316,000 Filipino-trained nurses worldwide.
Filipino nurses have been on the front lines of the healthcare system, not just here at home, but in many other countries, including the United States.
Filipino nurses are frequently on the front lines of hospitals during emergencies, crises, and/or disasters. They help treat the afflicted during the SARS, Ebola, and HIV/AIDS crisis, regardless of the dangers they face. They are willing to be assigned anywhere, even on the front lines of disasters. They are always ready to be counted on. Unfortunately, some hospitals have entertained the wrong notion that Filipino nurses are disposable labor. That is where they are greatly mistaken. Filipino nurses also value their lives and those of their families. It is their commitment to their jobs that makes them stand out. They literally die to save other people's lives. They are so dedicated to their jobs that they treat patients as their families, being compassionate and caring, and staying with them despite the threat of getting infected, which other nurses would not do.
I'm so proud to be here, taking care of our patient. I am a dedicated nurse here in West Covina Medical Center, and I'm planning to retire here.
During the HIV/AIDS epidemic in 1981, Filipino nurses took over when the American-born nurses refused to care for their patients. At the onset of COVID-19, once again they were on the front lines. It is not surprising that about 30%, or roughly 74 of them, succumbed to the coronavirus out of the 245 registered nurses who died of COVID-19 in the US. Other medical workers like doctors, therapists, and caregivers, all of Filipino ancestry, also ventured to undertake the risk of being with sick and dying patients. Thus, Filipino nurses have been prioritized when it comes to hiring. They are not only well-educated and can speak fluent English, but they also have a working attitude of pouring their hearts into everything they do. And it is not only the Filipino nurses that are getting looked up to, but also the army of domestic service workers, which the Philippines has an abundance of. The Philippines has been supplying Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, Taiwan, Japan, Malaysia, Singapore, and Hong Kong, to name a few, with its world-class and talented caretakers, nannies, cooks, home health aides, housekeepers, and family drivers who make it possible for employers to work, take care of their children, and enjoy their family life with the comfort of these domestic service workers. There are also the construction workers, engineers, and even information technologists who have a greater impact on the progress of the country where they are rendering services. Almost all of these workers have high school diplomas and or college degrees, making them one of the most favored domestic service workers among other nationalities. Now, I wonder why some employers still maltreat and abuse these hardworking people. Their idea of a master-slave relationship should have no place in this kind of environment where these workers are helping them make their work easy and their lives comfortably livable. The Filipino people, like everyone else, also have their dreams. They will go anywhere in search of a greener pasture, knowing fully well the risks they might be facing. Or they can stay put in the Philippines, which is actually what they want in the first place. But their government is preoccupied with something else and is not concerned about their well-being. On another aspect, the Filipino people have a rich and beautiful country that has been attracting visitors and tourists alike, some of which are the Mayon volcano in Albay, which is almost a perfect cone, the Chocolate Hills in Bohol, which is a unique natural phenomenon with its 1,200 small mountains that emerge above the ground and change colors as seasons change, or the underground river in Puerto Princesa, Palawan, where one would experience ancient stalagmites and stalactites formations as one navigates the 5-mile river through the dark caves of a limestone mountain that runs below the ground. Or enjoy those attractive jeepneys in Manila that were vintage US Army jeeps from World War II, meticulously converted into a colorful form of transportation. The country also has the best white sand beaches in the world, such as Boracay in Aklan, which consistently is among the top 10 tourist destinations in the world. The White Island in Camiguin off the northern coast of Mindanao, and the Alona Beach in Panglao, Bohol, just to mention a few. The tourism boom on these beaches could all come to the benefit of the Filipino people, but does it? The Filipinos are also a happy breed of people. In fact, they are among the top 10 friendliest people in the most welcoming destinations in the world. Visitors and tourists alike are more often than not lavish with genuine hospitality, something that one finds only in the Philippines, making their stay comfortable, enjoyable, and memorable. The Filipinos' friendliness is considered one of their greatest assets as a country. Regardless of their status in life, low salaries, or the inability to find work, with little or no food to eat, and many of them struggling from day to day in order to survive, they are still able to project those friendly and pleasant smiles from their faces. It is a culture that has been embedded in them.
Thank you so much!
Surprisingly, Filipinos love to sing too, and in fact, they have awed the world with their singing prowess. They love to sing to relax, forget whatever problem they have fun, and bond with their families and friends. They sing at parties and celebrations, and even at funeral wakes. Singing has become an integral part of Filipino customs, and there is no shortage of proof that Filipinos could pair well with the international singers, with the likes of Arnel Pineda of The Journey, Alan Pineda Lindo of the Black Eyed Peas,
is Charisse,
Charis Pempenko
16-year-old
aka Jake Cyrus,
Let me tell you, she has a voice.
Freddie Aguilar, whose anak song has been translated into 26 languages, and many more great singers. Filipinos are thought to be a race born with a silver microphone due to their love of singing or gravitation toward music. Almost every home in the country has a karaoke machine, and a party celebration will not be complete without singing or someone singing to entertain everyone. The Philippines has an abundance of good, educated, and talented manpower. It is also rich in culture and natural resources, with so many beautiful landscapes and untapped opportunities. The exodus of talented manpower could have been reduced or stopped completely if not for corrupt government officials who only think of themselves and have been pulling the country down. The Philippines would have been a much better country. And this is what some foreign visitors have said about the Philippines and its people.
Like everybody's friendly. Everybody.
What speak English very well.
Very kind to family.
Like the water is so just like blue, green, it's color that we don't see everywhere.
And with that, have a nice day, everyone. And that's for now for World Eyes. Stay tuned on my next vlog. And don't forget to subscribe, please. Thank you.